Welcome back to math. Here are the practice problems for section 3 on decimals. Problem 1 asks us to write the decimal form of 543,512 thousandths. So we've got some thousands, some hundreds, and some thousandths. Alright, let's start with 543. Those are our thousands. 500, and there's our decimal, 12 thousandths. Well, thousandths are 3 decimal places out, so we need to fill it out like that. Problem 2 is an addition with some decimals. We're going to add 98 and 3/10 plus 24 and 52 hundredths. Tenths and hundredths, so we need everything to have hundredths. So let's fill out a decimal place here with a 0 to keep that placeholder for the hundreds so that we can line everything up. There we go. Decimals lined up, same number of decimal places after. 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 plus 5 is 8. There's the decimal point. 8 plus 4 is 12. We can't fit 12 in that number all by itself, but we'll put the 2 part. 12 is really 10 plus 2. So there's the 2. There's the 10. Remember, this is worth 10 times as much. 10 over here is worth 1 over there. Now 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. This time there's nothing to carry because we are done. The answer is 122 and 82 hundredths. Problem 3 is another addition problem. This time we have hundredths and hundredths, so we just need to get these lined up. 29 and 102 and 51 hundredths, and we're adding. 9 plus 1 is 10. We put the 0 part of the 10 down and put that 10 part up there. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10. Again, I'm going to put the 0 down and bring that 1 up. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 and 2 is 10. Put the 0 down, bring this up. 1 and 9 is 10 and 0. And 1 and 8 is 9 and 1 is 10. Get the decimal point where we want, and the exact answer is exactly 1,000. Problem 4 is another addition problem. This time we've got 75 hundredths plus 1 and 4/10. So we need to do a little bit of lining up. We'll start by writing our 75 hundredths. Then we get the 1 lined up there, point, and we'll just add a 0 there to keep us all clear and good to go. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 4 is 11. There's the 1's part of the 11, and the 10's part of the 11 carries over to there. 1 and 1 is 2. I've got my decimal in the right place. The answer is 2 and 15 hundredths. Problem 5 is some subtraction. And we have 836 and 2/10 minus 23. Alright, 836 and 2/10. Now the 23, there's no decimal point here at all, but it's understood that that's where it is when it's not written, right? So we're going to line it up 23 and place a 0 there. And we're subtracting. 2 minus 0 leaves 2. There's my decimal place. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 8 has nothing being taken away, so it just comes right on down. 813 and 2/10. Problem 6 is some more subtraction. This both has hundredths here and hundredths there, so it'll be easy to line this right up. 43 minus 67 and 89 hundredths. Alright, we can't subtract 9 from 3, but we could subtract it from 13. And where do I get that extra 10 from? I got it from over here, because this is worth 10 times as much as that. One of these is 10 of those. So I take one of these away, now I've got an extra 10 over there. So 13 minus 9 is 4. I have 3 left. I can't do 3 minus 8. I need to do some more regrouping here. So I need this one. And I'm taking one away, but I'm adding it over here. This is now 13 minus 8. 13 minus 8 is 5. There's my decimal. Okay, 7 can't come out of 0. And I don't have any zeros over here to borrow, so what do? I have to go all the way over here. I'll take one of those. One of those is worth 10 of those, right? Now I have 10, I have 9, and now I have 10 of those. So 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 6 is 3, and the 4 has nothing taken away from it. So it's 433 and 54 hundredths. Problem 7 is one more subtraction problem. Here we have 75. There's no decimal here, but that's understood that the decimal would be right there afterwards, minus 24 and 99 hundredths. So let's get this lined up. So that would be 2 zeros needed in order to get everything lined up. Okay, some major regrouping has to go on because we can't subtract this from 0. We have nothing to get over there. We have to come all the way over here to get something. We're going to take one of these away. One of these is worth 10 of those. One more regroup. I'm going to take one of those away, leaving me with 9, gives me with 10 of those. Now, 10 take away 9 is 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. There's my decimal point. 4 minus 4, 0. 7 minus 2 is 5. So the answer is 50 and 1/100th. Problem 8 is some multiplication. So for multiplication, I don't have to line things up the same way I do in addition and subtraction. So we could just go right ahead and get started. 3 times 5 is 15. The 5 part goes down, the 10 part, and remember 15 was 10 plus 5. There's the 5. There's the 10, because this is 10 times the value of the digit to the other side of it. Now, 3 times 7, 21, and this one, 21, and another one is 22. There's the 22. 3 times 5 is 15, and 2 more, 17. Now, we're not done until we get all the decimal places we need. There's no decimal place here. There's 1 here, so our answer is going to have 1 decimal place, 172 and 5/10. Problem 9 is some more multiplication. This time we are going to take 8 and 329 thousandths times 24 hundredths. We'll start by multiplying this by this number one at a time. 4 times 9 is 36. I'm going to write down the 6 and bring that 3 up. 4 times 2 is 8, and the 3 that I brought up here, 8 and 3 is 11. 1 goes down. I'm going to write 1 up. 4 times 3 is 12, and 1 more, 13. 13. 4 times 8 is 32, and 1 more is 33. Now the second place in, I have to leave a placeholder there. 2 times 9 is 18. Let's just cross these off and start over again. 2 times 9 is 18. I put my 8 down and I write this up here. 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 more is 5. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 8 is 16. Next step is to add all this up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 1 plus 8, 9. 3 plus 5, 8. 3 plus 6, 9. 3 plus 6, 9, and the 1. Now how many decimal places do I need? Well, this has 3, and this has 2, so that's a total of 5. 3 plus 2 is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places after the decimal. Problem 10 is one more multiplication problem. We're going to multiply 544, there's no decimal in that, times 5/10. 5 times 4 is 20. I'm writing down the 0, bringing the 2 up. 5 times 4 is 20. And this time we have 2 more to add on to it, 22. There's 22. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 2 more is 27. Just 1 decimal place in there. We put it right there, and the answer is 272. Practice problem 11 is some division. The problem is to divide 9 and 75 hundredths divided by 25 hundredths. The first number here, 9 and 75 hundredths, goes inside the division symbol, and what we're dividing by goes next to it, or by the division symbol. Now we can't have any decimal places here, so we're going to move it over 2 so that we bring it over there. What you do to this number, you do to this number, bring it over 2, and then write straight up. Okay, 25 doesn't go into 9, so we're going to look one more number over, 97. Well, it certainly goes into 97, and in fact it would go in 3 times. There's the division. Now multiply. 3 times 25 is 75. Now subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. And next, bring down. So what we're going to repeat over and over again until we're done is divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So how many times does 25 go into 225? Well, we can make a good guess. Sometimes you can try something, it doesn't work, you try again. Let's try 9. 9 times 5 is 45. Writing that, and I'm going to just remember that there's 4 to add on to that. 9 times 2 is 18, plus those 2 is 25. So I divided, I multiplied, now I subtract, there's nothing left to bring down. So when I've brought everything down and I'm getting a 0 at the bottom here, I'm done. The answer is just 39. Problem 12 is division. We're going to divide 463 and 36 hundredths by 18 and 1/10. So the 463 and 36 hundredths goes inside the division sign, and 18.1, that's what we're dividing by, it goes by the division sign. We have to move this decimal over 1 here. If we do it to that one, we have to do it to this one, and then we go straight up. All right, 181 doesn't go into 4. It doesn't go into 46, but it does go into 463 times. 63. How many times? Well, it looks to me like it might be about 2 times, so that's what we're going to try. 2. Now we multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 8 is 16. Write down the 6, carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2, and that 1 that we're carrying, 362. Now we subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. 6 minus 6, 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. And as long as this is less than that, we did good. We're going to go on. Bring down the next one. Now we're dividing into this. Not up here anymore, but down here. 181 doesn't go into 1, 10, 101. Should go into 1013 though. About how many times? I'm going to try 5. Now we multiply. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. Put down 0, carrying 4. 5 times 1, not 5, plus that 4 is 9. That's great. This is less than that. Subtract. This is going to be 13. 13 minus 5 is 8. That became a 0 minus 0. 0. 10, really, minus 9 is 1. We still have one more number to bring down, and that is the 6. Okay, we're going to try 6 this time to see if 181 goes into 1086 6 times. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 8, 48. Remember that 4 that we're carrying. 6 times 1 is 6, and that 4, there we go. Subtract, and it's 0. Now we've brought everything down, and we have nothing left, so we're done. The answer is 25 and 6/10. If we weren't getting 0 down here, we'd have to just keep on bringing more zeros down until we get to there. No 0 at the bottom, nothing more to bring down. Problem 13 is another division problem. We're going to divide 85 and 488 thousandths by 16 and 44 hundredths. The first number goes inside the box. The next one goes by the box. 2 decimal places to move over, so we have to do the same here. Decimal point goes straight up there. Alright, 1,644 doesn't go into 8, 85, 854, but it will go in to 8,548. And let's try about 5 times. So now we multiply. 5 times 4 is 20, putting down the 0, carrying 2. 5 times 4 again is 20, adding on that extra 2. 5 times 6 is 30, carrying that extra 2. Now we've got 3 to carry. 5 times 1 is 5, plus those extra 3 is 8. Now we subtract. 8 minus 0 is 8. 4 minus 2 is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. So we divided, multiplied, subtracted. Now we bring down that final 8. And let's try 2. That looks like that might be going into there about 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 again is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. Remembering to carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus that extra 1 is 3. And there's no difference there. Nothing more to bring down, and we're at a 0. We're all done. The answer is 5 2/10. Problem 14 is some rounding. We want to round 407 32/100 to the nearest tenth. Remember, the tenths are here, the first digit after the decimal. So we look at the next one after that. We look at the 2. It's less than 5, so we keep the 3. 407 3/10. Problem 15 is also rounding. We're going to round 637 499 thousandths to the nearest hundredth. Hundredths is here. So we're going to look at the next digit past that, the 9. Well, it's certainly bigger than 5, so we're going to round up. Well, how do you round up? 9 would round, 49 really would round up to 50, so I'm still going to leave hundredths places there. I'm still going to leave that 0 because we wanted to know the nearest hundredth. Problem 16 is our last one today. We're going to round 406 507 thousandths to the nearest ones. Well, that's not even past on the right side of the decimal point. The ones are here. So again, we just look over one more to the right. That's 5, which is 5 or more. So we're going to round this digit up, 407.